mountains, dusty roads ahead, crossing rivers, dreaming of a bed from a window in the mighty clouds up high. I can touch a stream of gold above, breaking through with hope of light enough, giving peace of mind to those of us who try. Try to make a way. I can hear you say, let the sun shine on the broken, let the summer come again, let the heat find all the frozen, let the force in.
Hiya everybody, my name's Louise and welcome to my channel. So today I've set myself a little task. I am going to cook 7 puddings for a family of 4 for just under £10. So I did my shopping online last night and went and picked it up today because I wasn't getting it all from one place. Well, most of the ingredients were from Asda, but I was going to go into Poundland and get my sugar, which was just a few doors down from the Asda. But when I actually went in Poundland, the sugar had gone up, so it wasn't what was on the website when I saw it last night. So I was quite devastated, really. I thought, what am I going to do? Because I wanted to be true to myself and true to you guys. I didn't want to use anything out of my store cupboard because I want to show you that you can actually go out with £10 and you can make all these puddings to feed 4 people. So yeah, so if you want to watch what I'm going to do, let's crack on with the first pudding. These are the items that I bought for the puddings. There's 18 items altogether and it came to £9.98.
Dissolve your jelly into a jug and split half of it into serving glasses. Put in the fridge to set until later. Whisk up your evaporated milk and put in the solidified jelly when it's set nearly. Whisk until it goes pink, then pour the mixture over the set jellies in the serving glasses. Put back in the fridge for a further 2 hours. Next, grease some cake tins. Line one of them with some grease-proof paper. Then crack your eggs into your already mixed butter and sugar. You're basically going to make like a Victoria sponge mix here. Give it a good whisk up until pale in colour. Then add your flour, which I've already sifted, your self-raising flour. Add it slowly to the mixture till it becomes a nice cream consistency. I wasn't prepared to compromise on the cost of eggs because I always buy free range as well. Keep whisking. Then pop your pineapple rings into the dish that's already had the greaseproof paper in. In one of the other dishes, put a good dollop of your strawberry jam and give it a spread around. Next, chop up your dark chocolate. Put half of the quantity to one side. Pop over the creamed cake mixture over the jam and the pineapples. Spread it out. I've put my oven on gas mark 6, so it's already heating up. Then with the remaining chocolate, pop it back into the leftover mixture and put that into the remaining cake tin. Pop them in the oven when you've done this for about, well, till the springy on top. Then make your pastry for the flan dish. I've already lined the cake tin. I've rubbed together my butter and my flour. I'm adding in some cold water and just combining it till it becomes firm. I usually get my hands in now and just mould it together. It doesn't want to be too wet. Pop some flour onto your work surface and onto your rolling pin. Knead the pastry, but you're not making bread, so don't be too heavy-handed with it, and your hands need to be fairly cold as well. And roll your pastry out. Pop some more flour on it, keep rolling till it's the right size to fit in your tin. Just give it a measure. Yeah, pop it in. You don't need to be too neat with this bit. You can cut the edges off in a little bit. Prick the base of the tin with a fork as well, because it just lets the air out that's trapped underneath so it doesn't rise. Then we're going to pop some jam into the base of the flan. Spread it around. This is a good idea to warm your jam up first sometimes, and because it spreads around easier. But I haven't, as you can see. Then pop some cornflakes over the top. It doesn't matter how much. I'm not measuring this. Just cover the top with the cornflakes. I like to get a bit of milk and just pop it around the edges, just to give it a little bit of colour as it's cooking. Pop it in your oven once you've done this. Then you need to be rubbing together your flour, butter and sugar, because you're going to make a crumble mix. Rub it together so it resembles breadcrumbs, fine breadcrumbs. Let lots of air in while you're doing it, lift it high. Your hands need to be fairly cold again for this. Next, pop your peaches into the another cake tin. Cover it with the crumble mix. I like to pop a bit of sugar over, just a little bit, just to give it a bit of crunch. I would normally use brown demerara sugar, brown sugar on this, but again, it wasn't in the budget, so I've got my dog looking at me, living in hope down there as well. I think she thinks she's going to get a bit wherever there's food, she's there. Then cut the crusts off, 8 slices of bread, thin bread. Stale bread's best, but I've had to buy this within the budget. Then cut into triangles. Butter them on one side, then pop into a well-greased tin. Cover with the raining chocolate. You normally use sultanas, but I don't have any. Sprinkle with cinnamon and layer up again. Do the same thing. Then warm your milk up, but don't let it boil. Add your remaining eggs into a bowl with the sugar and whisk lightly. Add in the milk. I will have all the ingredients listed in my description box for you. Add the eggs and the milk together and pour over the bread. Then pop it in the oven and leave for it to cook for about half hour.
There we go then, that's what I've done. So we've got 4 of the jelly whizzes. Flummeries I think they're called. So I've got the jelly at the bottom and the carnation and the jelly that's set lovely on the top bit. The chocolate sponge got there, so I've got the bread and butter pudding with the chocolate rather than raisins because I couldn't afford the raisins. Pineapple upside down. I've got the jam sponge and the jam and cornflake pastry dish. That's lovely, that with custard actually. I've got the peach crumble what I've made. And there's a selection of the vanilla ice cream or custard to go with whatever you want. I mean, I think I'll use the milk to make this packet custard a bit richer, because I don't know if I think it says on back you mix water with it, but I've got the milk within the £10, so I'll just use it up with the custard. But yeah, I mean, I can freeze most of that, so I'm not going to eat it all up tonight. So the sponges I'll probably freeze and we'll eat the rest over the weekend. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, because it only took me 2 hours to do it all as well, and it just shows, you know, you don't need stacks of money, do you, to have some nice puddings. So anyway, yeah, they're my puddings for today, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Oh, I'm so proud of myself doing that. I mean, 10 all them puddings in one blooming afternoon. I don't know if I want to save another pudding as long as I live, but oh, actually I haven't put my ice cream back in freezer. I better just do that just a minute. Sorry about that. Put it back in freezer now. Yeah, I mean, it just shows you there's so much poverty about, and I just think that it's just using a little bit of imagination, using the resources that you can get hold of, and just making them go that bit further. I've still got stuff left in there, like for example the pastry that I'd cut off from making the cornflake and jam flan. There's quite a bit of that. You know, you could just freeze it, not throw it away, or you can make some jam tarts with the leftover jam. The flour, I've got loads of flour. You know, you can make Yorkshire puddings with it. It's just, you know, you can do a lot with a little if you just use your imagination and if you've got a little bit of time as well. But I know it's not always easy because I have used the oven all afternoon, so you know, a lot of people that are struggling, they might not have the resources to pay for all the gas and electric for that length of time. But I mean, I've enjoyed doing it. I like cooking anyway, so but I mean, it was a bit of a carry on with the sugar this morning because I'd done the click and collect thing last night because I looked online to see where I could get my cheapest ingredients from, and the sugar was cheaper in Poundland than it was in Asda, and Poundland is just down the road from Asda, so I thought, right, I'll just walk down to get the sugar from Poundland. When I'd gone in, because I'd done my budget last night, when I'd gone into Poundland, the blooming put bigger bags out, and the ones that were online weren't there, so I thought, oh my God, what the hell am I going to do? Because if I'd have got the bigger bag, it'd take me well over budget, and I didn't want to do that because obviously I said I'd do this for £10, so I had to ring my partner up and says, oh, can you go into B&M at where you are and see if you can get some sugar that's cheaper? But in the end, I managed to get it from Asda, and I still did it under budget. So I would have liked to have got some sultanas to make in the bread and butter pudding, but I couldn't afford it in my budget. And I've never tried a chocolate bread and butter pudding, so it's something new, isn't it? I'm really thinking about it. I've probably been better getting full fat milk rather than semi-skimmed, because it would have been a bit richer in the bread and butter pudding with not having the cream. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a budget pudding, so it's done. So anyway, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you I don't know if this is a vlog or a demonstration. I don't know if a vlog's when you walk about with your camera. I'm not sure which is which. But if you enjoyed it, I might do another challenge of 7 main meals for £10 and see how I get on with that. Or maybe see how far I can stretch a chicken or something, how many meals I can get out of it. If you've got any ideas or any tips you want to give me, just leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I mean, I'm not getting many subscribers, but can you please subscribe to my channel? That'll make my day, and I'll look forward to seeing you again. And thank you very much for joining me, and so I'll leave it there. So bye. Just before I go, I just want to quickly say thank you so much, Maureen. I know you're watching. Thank you for your lovely cake that you baked me last week. I forgot to say thank you last week to you, and so I'm saying it now. And I hope my puddings are half as good as what your cake was, because you actually gave me the idea to do this pudding challenge this week. So this vlog is really down to you. So thank you so much once again, Maureen, and I shall see you next week. Bye.